Welcome back to Ramdinglage channel. Today I'm going to show you games in the Ramdinglage tournament that I consider one of the best at the moment. We see Zabazi is played by Hoodrick champion and Yadak by Luxidor champion. There we go. We see that turn 4 Explorer. We also saw a turn 3 Road opening, construction opening from Zabazi. I really like to see the dynamics between like the greedy tribes and the very aggressive expansion tribes. Kobayashi Zabazi can get a bunch more giants than Yadak, but those giants are expensive. Will they be able to survive the early to mid game part where they get rushed by weather roads, or will they get a giant in time? Now, here, I don't like the riding opening here. I think you just take this farm and take a windmill and then next save up for this giant here. Because this is, if you burn these two, that's 6 population from farms, and then put a windmill down, that's 3 more, that is 9 population. I think you save up for a giant here, don't go riding at all. Because like, if you're going riding, then why did you go construction early on? But we'll see. We see another explorer from the Yadak player. Meets Zabazi for 7. Roads onto the village. Yeah, the rider does get some value, but now you cannot train another rider. Let's see, yeah, I can't deny that anymore. We see riding from Yadak player, connection stars, workshop, and probably just 2 riders. Yeah, 2 riders. Zabazi captures 2 cities, gets 1 workshop, and trains another rider. Ooh, there we go. Road play, siege. He was probably score counting that was a rider. I think that's exactly what happened. Now he's gonna take both ruins. Zabazi does get a pop ruin. Can he get a giant there this turn? No, almost. Pop ruin from Yadak and an explorer ruin. He does have a village in the north to pick up. Will not take it, goes fishing for a giant. And then monument in center for stars. Then moves back, prepares to attack. Zabazi answers with their own giant. Turn 9 first giant. That's quite average, I'd say. Explorer from the east with a monument. Makes sense because you do have enough population here to get another giant. And it's the cheapest giant that I see at the moment because it's all farms, you don't need to burn. You see some skirmishing going on. Yadak did break through their defensive lines because Zabazi did not train enough riders because of that expensive giant they took. Yeah, now he's actually forced to get another giant in the east because he would get sieged there. Really unlucky. And yeah, the high level city is now also getting sieged. Oh wow, so much pressure going on. There is so much pressure going on. Yadak is down 1 giant, but Zabazi is down 1 city and a lot of units. We see another siege with a bridge and another siege in the west. And we're gonna see a giant in the center with the killer and Grand Bazaar monument. Places there, windmill, farm, and a giant in the west. Zabazi is up a giant, but looks like Yadak will answer with another giant in the center with farming. Yeah, and Suicide some warriors into the giant. Rider hit, but hit again. Yeah, and that giant is dead. Now Yadak is up on giants. Oh wow, is there gonna be a siege too? Holy yeah. Zabazi is just getting destroyed here. Wow, what a game. Very interesting. Alright, we're gonna see the second. This one is probably even this one is even better, if I'm being honest. So we see same players, Zabazi in the south, Luxidor in the north. Oh, Zabazi really has really bad density, goes climbing for the ruin, gambles, gets riding. Alright. Ooh, Luxidor picks up hunting and forestry. Chops, gets an explorer. The vision is gonna be vital for their expansion. Explorer wasn't that good. Looks like Zabazi is gonna pick up 3 villages in 1 turn. Really? Okay, no giant yet for Luxidor. Zabazi picks up a village, goes for an explorer. He was just in time to pick that up. If that village in the center was denied, let's say Luxidor went riding, this would have been really bad for Zabazi. Like, lost. Star ruin though. Matt. We see Matt and a giant in the back. Monument in the center for stars. Climbing for the ruin. Meets Zabazi too. Another warrior in the center. Zabazi roads onto the ruin. Gets some warriors. Luxidor gets archery from the ruin. And a very, very expensive explorer there with a lumber hut and a sawmill. Wow. That is 8 stars. 8 freaking stars for 1 star per turn. 1 more star per turn. Really bad trade there. Wet Swordman goes for the to see what they trained on the village. Looks like nothing's trained on that city. Zebazi does knock off Luxidor off that village in the center. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is their Grand Bazaar. This is the village they need for the Grand Bazaar, and they do see a giant coming towards them. Luxidor gets a star ruin. Goes to organization. Does he get a giant in the center? He does get another giant in the center. Picks up a workshop in the east, trains another warrior. Looks like yeah, Zebazi is gonna connect now everything. Upgrade cities to level 3. Yeah, he's trying. Yo, wow, roads there too. Yep, kills that. Blocks there. Yeah, he's taking that village, but will he be able to hold that? Luxidor finally goes riding, as he does capture that village. Needed for the Grand Bazaar. He's gonna place the Grand Bazaar immediately to get a giant in cap. And then, yeah, farm there in the east for stars. Free upgrade. Monument in the center. He does see those 2 giants moving towards the center village. If that center city falls, this center city, Zebazi is cooked. Because then the west is also falling. Yeah, wow. He can't siege the city. But that's fine. He got his Grand Bazaar. Now we're gonna see probably the best turn in the whole game. That Wet Swordman being on 1 HP was such a clutch. Zebazi does get construction from the ruin, but look at this play. Wow. Rhodes the giant in, goes organization, monument in the center, and that's a Houdini, ladies and gentlemen. Now those 2 giants completely neutralized, because now he only has 137 HP giant. Yes, on a mountain, some archers behind, but will it matter? Monument goes there in the west for stars. Could have just placed it here, honestly. Got a giant cheaper. Border in the east. No giant. Okay. There we go. We see a siege there. A giant steps off the village. Siege in the west too. Wet siege. Wow. Another giant moving towards the center. Now Zebazi has a giant advantage. And that's another giant in the east too. 2 riders also. He's saying if you want to siege me with the giant, your giant's dead. It's gonna be even easier to kill because it doesn't have a defense bonus. Yeah, Luxidor is forced to giant there to unsiege that. But yeah, that center giant is dead. Is it? It is, right? Yeah, dead. The 2 giants. There's also a giant coming towards them in the center. And Luxidor resigns here. What a game. And that's gonna be it for this segment. Thank you for watching and see you all in the next one.